Hello everybody, in this video we are going to make an instructions screen, okay? The instruction screen generally just gives people information about how to play the game, such as what the point of the game is, and often how to control the game, what controls you use, whether it be the mouse or a joypad, or in our case it's going to be the keyboard, okay? So first of all, I should really say I've got, from the previous video, I've got sprite 1 and a sprite 2. Those are my two buttons. It's excellent practice if you click on the eye and you rename those sprites to what they are. So I'm going to do that right now. Oh, start game, just so you know what it is. Press back. And that one there. Now it might seem obvious at the moment, but it does get really complicated. INSTRUCTIONS instructions. There we go. So yeah, make sure you name all of your backgrounds and make sure you name all of your sprites as well, please. So first thing I'm going to do then is I'm going to click on stage, and then I've got backdrops, and I'm going to make a new backdrop. Now I'm not going to choose one from the library, I'm going to paint a new backdrop, okay? And I'm going to whiz through this really fast, okay? So my backdrop is going to be, let me think, and again I'm just selecting random colors. You guys pick whatever color is suitable for your game, and I'm going to, at the top, I'm going to say instructions, there we go. And obviously I've done it the wrong font color. There we go, instructions, and again click off it, put it where you want it to be. Now I'm not good, you're not going to have to watch me sit and type lots and lots of instruction, but generally there you should have maybe a box saying how to win your game, what the point of your game is, why you're playing the game, and underneath it some idea of controls. So up arrow move character up, left arrow move character left, and so on and so on. At the very bottom, or somewhere at the bottom, again you can design it how you want, we would like to have another sprite there, okay? Now the sprite that we will have is a return to title screen, or a back button if anything, okay? But I'm not just going to draw it on like that, I'm going to have to make a new sprite. So a new sprite, and I would like a new sprite, and again I'll draw a box exactly the same as the last time. I'm just going to call this one back, and again you'll notice I'm rubbish with my colours and stuff like that. I'm not trying to design it and make it look attractive in any way, shape or form. I'm just doing it as fast as I can. So there we go, I've got a back button now. Now what I should do really is I'm going to just for a second hide those two, so we know where it's going. Now I've drawn that box way too big realistically, okay, but it's not the end of the world. So let's move that back button. Again, you probably have it like a really small thing, like only that big. I don't know why I've drawn it that big, but I have done, so we'll just have to put with it. So again, you should have your instructions round about here, but you don't have to watch me do that. Now the important part now is coming up. So now I'm on costumes and I've added my sprite. Now again, I should make that into back button. So I am naming all of my sprites, and then I'm going to go to scripts for this one. Now for this one I want events. Now first of all, I want it to be when the green flag is clicked, make sure it is hidden like that, okay? So whenever the green flag is clicked, it's not going to be on the screen, it's only going to show up when we go to whatever backdrop it is. So my backdrops, have I named my backdrops? I've got my title screen one, I've named that one, but this backdrop I'm going to call instruction screen, as so. Instruction screen like that. So now when I go back to here and I'm on the code for the back button, when backdrop switches to instruction screen, then we want to make sure we are showing up like that one, okay? Now I'll also have events. When this sprite is clicked, what do we want to do? Well, we want to switch to backdrop and we want to go back to the title screen like that, okay? So we'll just test that out for a second now, okay? Now potentially, let's have a look. So if my maze game, but I've not got the buttons there, okay, because I hidden them before. So I want to make sure that on these two sprites I've got events when green flag clicked, show, just like that. Now if I drag that over there and just drop it onto that one as well, then you see it's kind of stayed there, but on this one it's also appeared in there as well. So now if I'm on, where are we? If I'm on my instructions, let's change the backdrop to instructions like that, and let's make sure that that is shown up just for now. So now if I press on that one, I go back, actually, let's have a look. I also want, so again, it's a case of debugging as you go along. I want when backdrop switches to, and then the title screen, I also want it to hide then. So there's a couple of different occasions when it's showing up and hiding. So, right, let's go from there. Click My Maze Game. So I've got Start New Game, I've done nothing with that so far. But if I press on the instructions now, then, I've done nothing with that either. So I need two events when this sprite is clicked. And then switch to backdrop, instruction screen. So again, right back to start. I've got nothing on start game instructions. There we go. So I also want now, you'll see the problem there. There's quite a big problem there. I want to make sure that it is events when backdrop switches to instructions screen. So because the instructions button, start game button, we want them to hide at that point, okay? So I'll also drag that over to start game and we'll give it another go. So I've got start game instructions. Now if I click on it, we go to instruction screen. Now when I click on the back button to go back to the title screen, it goes like that. But obviously I've not put the other ones in. So I'm going to let you guys do that as well. And I think I'll shove them into when backdrop switches to title screen, we're going to show. I'll make sure that's the same for the start game button as well by dropping it on there. This one should hopefully work. So there we go. Instructions, back. There we go. Instructions, back. So I now have a fully functioning instruction screen that disables or hides the buttons once you're on the instruction screen, and then when you go back to title screen, then the back button does no longer show. So take a look at that code there. So I've got all that going on there. Again, it's just different examples of, or different instances of where you are and what happens when you click on certain things. When certain backdrops are selected, you're either going to show things up or you're going to hide them. So far I've got 3 sprites, start game, instructions and back button. You'll see the code for each one. Let's tidy that one up a little bit. Oh, let's have a look. There we go. So each one has got its own separate bit of code, okay? So thank you for watching this video. Apologies for all the different attempts that it took, but it is just natural when you are making a game, okay? You will forget stuff. So now just one more run through. So instructions, back, there we go. But just make sure you actually write down your instructions as well. That'd be great. Thank you very much.